The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But you also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is and this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Check three, check three, check three.
After the interception, here's Jackson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D.
Mike 50, Mike 50.
Watch the slant.
Mike 50, Mike 50.
Hey, watch the pass. Watch the pass.
Hey, alert 3.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. That one complete. He finds Sharp. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
A gain of 12 yards. That's another Jaguars first down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Watch the screen.
Mike 50, Mike 50.
Go, go. Check 99. Go, go. 80 weapon. Hey, check.
Hey, Mike 50, Mike 50.
Screen.
Hey, let's go.
From the gun, it's Jackson. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Second quarter now from Jacksonville, and it's the Jags with the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Check Mike 50. Mike is a 50. Check Mike 50. I got you, boy. I got you, boy. Buzz, buzz. Go. Let's go, Mike 50. Mike 50. Watch the curl. Watch the curl. Jim.
Jackson going to throw again. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Jadeveon Clowney showing the explosiveness on the sack. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Dylan Cole. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 42-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Coming, baby. I'm coming, baby. Rush in. Rush in. Rush in.
To throw is Watson. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47, and they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. He got 29 yards that time. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Here we go. 50's the mark. 50's the mark. Let's go, let's go.
Here's Jackson throwing again. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Cameron Hayward forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards. The Jaguars on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and forever. Jackson from the shotgun. Caught here by Conley. And he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the first down. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
Field goals all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3-point CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, 21 yards. And he went in route there from the slot for the completion.
Love how he runs his routes because it's all setting up your defender. Give him a little something one way, take it the other way. Head and shoulder fake. Sometimes you make one step to the outside, then break it inside. Really well-run route.
They'll run on first down. Huntley. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Give them 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs. So they go pass, now they go run, and 2 plays resulting in really nice pickups.
Certainly sounds like a 50-50 deal, doesn't it? Sounds like great balance. Well, you know what all those coaches have told us over the years, Brandon, that balance is? It means doing what you want to when you want to. That play call is working very well for them right now.
They try and run on first down, but to no avail. Tackled for a 2-yard loss in the backfield. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. On 2nd and 12, Watson. Safarian Jenkins has it. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 31-yard line.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
On second down, Huntley. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on third down.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Watson now to throw. It's complete to Fuller. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Fairbairn able to put this one through. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals at 6-3. So we're trading first half field goals. No breakthrough on the touchdown front. We got a 6-3 game.
Yeah, and I know so many people look at a game through offensive eyes, right? They want to see how the game's played that way. You know how I'm going to view it, right? The defenses, to me, have responded well in this game. Like what I'm seeing from them, both of them hoping to keep it to field goals and not give up big touchdowns.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. You're down 3, under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would want to be. Only down 3. I mean, it might as well be even going into the half. That's not a deficit that makes me want to push it.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Texans say they have it. They do.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
Following the fumble recovery, Watson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. A third field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on third down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it first and goal. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. The kick by Fairbairn is good. So we have reached halftime here. It's the visitors, the Texans, out in front. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports halftime report. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
This is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Now a pass, and it's complete to QT. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter.
This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Houston. Kiki QT, his second touchdown on the season. And the Texans push further out in front. Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. And the lead is now 13.
Makes the score Texans 16, Jaguars 3.
Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Jackson gets it to his running back, Cannon. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Watch twins. Watch twins.
A first carry for Trenton Cannon. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Everson Griffin on the sack, taken to the 4th round back in 2010. What a steal.
And it's 3rd down.
Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans.
Undercrush, undercrush, undercrush.
3rd and long, it's Watson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
At their own 43-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
That's it.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
He's going to go deep for Conley. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Jaguars. Chris Conley, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys are back within a single score. And that was just a fly route. There was no stop. He just went.
Yeah, and it was beautiful to watch because you have to set it up as you go along. Everyone knows he's fast, so you play him for that. That's the number one thing you want to take away. But as you go through a game, sometimes you vary the speed in which you come off the line of scrimmage and maybe start a little bit slower, get him to stop his feet a little bit as a defensive back, and then explode and go, as we saw there.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Huntley, nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Watson. He's got Fuller. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
So when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. The Texans send the punter out as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. This one angles out of bounds in a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Jackson now down around his goal line. That's complete to Butler. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson, he's got a rifle. He's got him in, complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That goes for a gain of 31. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Jaguar football, but a little work to do for them. They trail here as we start the 4th. So that changes things. Here's 1st and 10 all the way up at the 45. From the gun, Jackson. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Hey, we got Mike 50, huh?
I'm coming after you.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 39.
It is hard in zone coverage to stop a curl route because when they see it, they just try and find the open spot and sit down.
Yeah, we always talk about finding the soft spot in the zone. What's the key to doing that? How do you do it?
You have to read what the coverage is. Is it 2 deep? Is it 3 deep? Because then you know where the linebackers are going to drop, what spots on the field they naturally get to, and you find that open space, and then you're in sync with your quarterback. He should be reading the exact same thing, and they put the ball right on you.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
I smell fear in that offense. I smell fear.
Throwing again on second down. Jackson, open man, completes it to Butler. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Brings up third down.
The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. Trying to pick it up with Armstead. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 21.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who have had the receivers on lockdown.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays, they're going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down.
Check 9, check 9.
From the gun, here's Watson. He goes full extension, and he's got it. 23 yards on the play. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter.
And the key number on that play, 3. Third play of the drive, third down, spectacular catch, turns into a first down.
First down saves them from a 3-and-out. A first down run not going to get them a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Under 10, 10.
Check it back, check it back.
Put it down. That's 55. David. 49 to mark.
On 2nd and 9, Watson escaping the pressure right. And he's going to have the hook up to QT. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical third down now as they try to hold on to this lead. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It's a gain of 5, and now the question, will the offense stay out there on 4th and 1? So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. The kick by Fairbairn is good, and that will make this a 9-point lead. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores. So, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but, boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yeah, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. To throw on 2nd and 10, Jackson. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. On 1st down, Huntley. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here.
They'll keep it on the ground. Huntley. And this looks a lot like the last play. Behind the line of scrimmage, he's tackled for the 2nd straight go-around. Great job by this Jacksonville D. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. They'll try the left side. Huntley. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance.